Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the game. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back, just wait and you'll see. Please excuse me, your honor, but you can't hold me no longer. Can't you feel the vibrations? I broke out and left traces. Go ahead, try catch me if you can, man. You'll be looking all night, I'm the Sandman. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom, boom, boom. Major look.
Once again, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to World Combat Sports. Salute to each and every one of you on this Wednesday, hump day. It's almost overhead into Thursday. You feel me? First and foremost, if you're in the building, like, share, and subscribe to content. If you choose to donate, the Cash App is flicking across your screen. It's marching. It's doing a full 30-inch step to whoever, however, and whenever. If you haven't already heard, the news is out. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing new. The face-off finally happened. Billy Joe Saunders decided to show up. I ain't mad at him. Play as many head games as you want. This is a big fight. Yes, sir. This is a big fight for you, Billy Joe. And like I said, in no way, shape, or form am I the one that's sitting up here advocating for Billy Joe Saunders. But it's boxing, and I'm here to report on the media aspect, especially in this fight right here. WBO world champion is going to face top pound-for-pound fighter Canelo Alvarez real soon. Real soon. And it's a lot of talk, man. This fight is buzzing right now. Buzzing a lot more than I thought. Buzzing for many other reasons than what I believed. I was thinking more people was just going to talk about it in the sense that Canelo Alvarez was just going to run over Billy Joe Saunders. It's going to be an easy cakewalk. And then, you have individuals that's talking up Billy Joe Saunders and how competitive this fight may be for him in this championship showcase. They feel that Billy Joe Saunders, the gypsy in him, may present a problem, whether fans like it or not. You know what I'm saying? He may turn this into a very extremely boring match. But most of the time, if you're thinking about Canelo being in a boring match, he would be ahead on the scorecards. You know what I'm saying? In order for Billy Joe Saunders to have some success to the point where he can benefit if this goes to the scorecard, he's going to have to start off early. He's going to put away some rounds on Canelo Alvarez. And in order for him to do that, he's going to have to stand his ground. He's going to have to, be a stationary fighter for a minute. He's got to, have a little bit of back and forth. He's going to have some one-on-one exchanges, limited movement, and he's really going to have to establish himself early in the fight, because we all know we're not going to sit up here and play games like Billy Joe Saunders is going to come barreling down the back end of the fight like Lomachenko attempted to do with Teofimo Lopez and get the victory. It's not going to work. So Billy Joe Saunders is gonna have to choose which direction which direction he's gonna box in the first half of this fight. Off the back foot or a bit more stationary and go in there and fight and box Canelo. Because in order for him to make this a boring fight on the second half, he's going to have to put away some rounds early to make it close on the back end. And, just like Tyson Fury has done in the past, he has the potential, man. Billy Joe Saunders is crafty enough with the potential that he has to make this a boring fight. He has the potential to box. He has the potential to be crafty and clever in there. He does, man. I know a lot of people believe that Canelo's seen everything. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I'm not saying he hasn't seen anything. I'm not saying he isn't absolutely ready. But Saunders is a very sneaky, clever, slick type of boxer. He is. I have to give him that. Like I said before, of course, a lot of people that don't like him is not going to give him credit. But this is not a like. This is not a game of like. Like some of your best boxers in the sport aren't liked. This all comes down to the likable fighter for some being Canelo Alvarez. And then you have Saunders who people just don't know what to do with him. They just don't know. They have no idea. What do you think? Why you think about that? Why you contemplate? Let me read you an article right quick. So first, let's get to the task at hand and what everybody's been talking about lately, and that is the motherfucking face-off, shouty. Mm-hmm. So I'm about to show you the face-off, which everybody's probably seen already. You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal. I'm just going to show it again. It's pretty hilarious. So this is from dazn, of course. And I just want to talk about some snippets that's in here on this face-off. So let's first of all acknowledge the fact that we can, enjoy the robe that Billy Joe Saunders has on, which I would perceive to be Versace. Nice robe, classy, very much so for a weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is in his usual, fighting attire, linking them up with the Nikes to match. We see you. You know what I'm saying? We see you. So what Billy Joe Saunders is asking Canelo right now, he's pretty much telling him, you love the beef. You love the beef. While he's nodding his head, he's bringing up the beef. You know, he's keeping it grimy, dirty. He's keeping it, you know, a little bit, you know, business, but a lot of personal. You know, he's making fun of and taking jabs at Canelo popping dirty for clenbuterol. So he's in front of him saying, you love the beef. You love the beef. And Canelo up there saying, see, you know, yes, yes. I don't look, once again, I'm not reading into this like a lot of people in the Facebook groups are talking, oh, yeah, he acknowledged it. He acknowledged it finally. He likes the beef. Man, Canelo is just sitting up here verbal sparring with Billy Joe Saunders as it always goes down. It's nothing serious. Let me ask y'all this. If it was a street fight, who do you think will win? Canelo Alvarez or Billy Joe Saunders? Because just because you box, you know, you have two boxers that both contend in the same sport. Do you believe that indeed resonates to a street fight? You know, as far as Canelo, just say he's the pound for pound king, you know, here. If there was to get into a street fight, let's just say a street fight, and you have to use other areas to disarm or degrade your opponent, who would win between Canelo Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders? That's a tough one for me. I just feel like Billy Joe Saunders might have the edge in that department because he seems like that dirty type of dude that'll find you know, some nearby dirt and throw some dirt in Canelo's eye. I'm serious, you know. It just feels like this is the right opponent for Canelo for this fight. I don't think it's going to be an easy go. Real talk. I don't think it's going to be an easy go for Canelo Alvarez, nor do I feel this fight is going to be a fight where Canelo knocks out Billy Joe Saunders. I don't see that happening, people. I don't believe at all, not even close, that Canelo is going to stop Billy Joe Saunders. I am standing firm on that. Sir Ken in the building. World Combat Sports salute. Salute to the wrenches and salute to the chat. Smash the like button. I appreciate you there, Sir Ken in the building. Appreciate you. Big Dog in the building. Salute WCS in the chat. Andrew Charles in the building. WCS salute. Retro 79 boxing. Salute WCS. Appreciate y'all. Andrew said, I was about to say Billy probably knows them dirty street tactics. Yeah, man. You know, I'm looking at this fight. And I'm just adding everything that I believe Billy Joe Saunders has as one of those grimy, dirty, sneaky scoundrels that he is. And he's going to use it. It's going to be some dirty fighting. You know, you can be pound for pound. You can be pound for pound fighter. That doesn't mean you know every dirty trick in the book. Then again, it'd be hard to look at a Mexican like Canelo and be like, oh, well, his problems are shit he ain't never seen before. You have to say that. It's probably some shit he ain't seen before. But if Billy Joe Saunders is willing to fight dirty this weekend, right? Will he have success in taking Canelo out of his game? You know, do they have a plan to fight a little bit rough and dirty early on to frustrate Canelo? And yeah, you're gonna have the people up here saying, man, Canelo, you don't want to frustrate that dude. He's gonna, no, man. Sometimes fighters doesn't perform, you know, as good as they can when they're composed and not fighting with emotion and anger. You know, that shit might go down like that. He may be able to frustrate Canelo and Canelo go headhunting. But goddamn it, with headhunting, it comes a body attack too. You know, it comes a body attack. But in a street fight, I have to give it to Billy Joe Saunders, though. Seriously, I have to give this to Billy Joe Saunders. That's all I'm saying. How and when I believe Canelo Alvarez will pick up his 56th victory. I'm not trying to prognosticate like he doesn't have a chance to win, but if I was betting on anything, I would bet the same way I did on Edgar Berlanga. I was bet if it goes the distance or not. A lot of people are just chattering a lot, man, that Canelo's going to go in here and stomp this dude. I don't see it. Billy Joe Saunders is not a couch that you find next to Goodwill when it comes to fighters. He's just not that guy. He's not. Billy Joe Saunders is not that guy, people. I think this might turn into a damn sleeper of a fight. A lot of people are going to be tuned into it. And it really wasn't even, buzzing like this until after the Andy Ruiz. After the Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola fight. Now people are talking about it from a face-off. The same way they did Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. Same thing. Okay, I'm back. Damn. People calling me. Hold on for a second. Let me take care of something. Okay, I'm back, people. Mitch in the building. Come back. What up? Salute. It's good. Allergies on deck. Okay. Can't say I'm sure this will be a better fight than some of the couple recent fights Canelo has had. Billy Joe Saunders will make this a rough and tumble fight. Truly believe everything about that. Billy Joe Saunders is not a punk, first and foremost. He ain't. He's not a punk. I do not see this. I believe he has more heart than Callum Smith. That's just what I'm gonna say about it. I truly believe Billy Joe Saunders has more heart than Callum Smith when it comes to defending his title. I'll say it again. I believe Billy Joe Saunders' intestinal fortitude, his levels are much higher than Callum Smith had when he faced down Canelo Alvarez. Absolutely. For sure. For sure. I believe that shit right there. Yes, indeed. Christopher, what's up, man? Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up. So let me So let's talk about the elephant in the room, people, because it's very important. With the structure of how the fight may go down and who are the two names that's in this ring. Very important to talk about. So once again, you know how so many people talk about, they speak on Canelo and his inserted restrictions when it comes to him to fight certain individuals, right? You know, whether it's how many pounds they can rehydrate to, you know, the rehydration clause, and what they can't weigh, and you know, all this other shit, gloves, ring size, or whatever. So, from my understanding, him and Billy Joe Saunders agreed upon a ring that was larger than 18 foot. They agreed upon a 22-foot ring. And from my understanding, I guess when they finally arrived on fight week, it was going to be an 18-foot ring. And as a fighter in Billy Joe Saunders' shoes, I would say, man, fuck that. I'm not fighting Canelo in that ring that pretty much assures that he's going to have the advantage, and that's what he's want. They want to basically limit the movement of Billy Joe Saunders, and also be able to increase that of Canelo Alvarez in making it a bit simpler for him to locate his target. He won't have much room to basically seek out and destroy Billy Joe Saunders. So he went from 18 foot to the threat that was out there from Team Saunders saying they wouldn't fight in the fight unless it was going to be 22 feet. And I heard a lot of people on Facebook talking about as if it was petty, and they're not the ones stepping into the ring. But why an amateur like ring? Why 18-foot ring? What's the point? If you're the pound for pound, like I say before, if you're the creme, if you're the grand poobah of boxing, why do you have to downsize and then make it applicable, make it suitable for you to step through the ropes and have an easier time than just going in there with a 22-foot ring and boxing? You're the pound for pound king, man. You wanna condense any advantage Billy Joe Saunders may have, just so you can be able to locate him quicker than usual and break him down at a faster rate. I mean, I'm telling myself, damn, Canelo, is it what if what they say about you is true? Like, you place all these restrictions on fighters, man. Like, if you're the best, you're the best. If you have earned this shit to be at the top, you making the most money. What is going on with saying, yeah, I want you in an 18-foot ring? You got a problem with that, shawty? I mean, and Billy Joe Saunders, Team Saunders, they was talking about leaving. They said, man, fuck all that. You want me to go in there and have barely any place to use my range, footwork, mobility, move around? You want to limit all that shit to make an exciting fight for you. I don't know, Canelo. It's beginning to be a habit. I don't like it. I don't like the habit. Seriously. I truly don't like the habit. If you're the pound for pound, man, you consider yourself to cement your legacy as being one of the greatest, man, stop acting like you need everything on par. You know, like you're entitled. This is boxing, bro. Take some risks, take some challenges in this motherfucker, man. King Miss say Billy Joe punk ass ain't no rough and tumble fighter. He does have some skills, though. His movement should present problems, but I question his conditioning to use the wheels all night. Better than Smith. Definitely better than Smith there, Mitch. Definitely better than Smith. And yes, I checked the box. You know, Billy Joe Saunders should be able to use his wheels. He should be in motion from, I don't know, I don't want to say the opening bell, but yeah, it's gonna filling out process. Yeah, from the opening bell, and then start tightening up if you want to put some rounds away to make it a very tactical and strategic fight, mid to late rounds. I mean, you need to make this fight close heading into the 6th, 7th round. You really need to make it close. You really need to give the judge something to look at and say, this is a legitimate close fight. Seriously. Now, I know a lot of individuals on Billy Joe's team is saying that we don't think we'll be able to win a decision if it went to the cards. Yeah, you're probably right, but who knows? It's some crazy things that happened this past 2 months in boxing. J8 in the building. Salute, man. Say Canelo needs to Canelo need the ring size gloves, trunks, car. You be right leaving in hotel reservations to make a fight. He need the curtain size of that motherfucker, the toothpaste. I mean, the toothbrush size, man. He need the amount of damn rolls of toilet paper that's gonna be in the room, the water bottles. Man, he need to know all the specifications, don't he? He need to make sure everything lines up correctly. Seriously. Canelo, he say, I need it, Christopher. You sound like a troll. Canelo part of the A-Side Mafia. Hey, he earned it to be the A-Side Mafia, man. I ain't mad at him. Be the A-Side Mafia, Canelo. Just don't go in there and goddamn complain to the referee the first half of the fight, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Just let Christopher talk to himself, be lonely. Jay, I don't know Blowjob Saunders, but he is a champ, and Canelo wants that belt. So fuck it. Throw a leverage around. He doesn't have to cave to Canelo's stipulation and trick tactics. He doesn't have to. It just puts a little bit more stress and defiance. You got to use that energy to be defiant against Canelo. Yeah, I mean, you just got to use a little bit more stress heading into fight week. But they have settled this. They have came to an agreement that a 22-foot ring will be in place come fight night. Canelo Alvarez is just going to have to take enough time to do what Canelo Alvarez does. That's all. Be him. Be the superstar he is. Show them your boxing masterpiece. Show them that you can paint that Mexican Picasso. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a 22-foot ring. You gave me more canvas. I'm an artiste. I'm going to paint it for you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to paint you a picture and we're going to get good. We're going to get good tonight because people think, I can't fight in a 22-foot ring because Canelo's a little flat-footed. No, he can fight. It's just going to take him a little bit more energy to get to Billy Joe Saunders. And don't let Saunders come out here boxing early and have success now. Working that jab, prevent Canelo Alvarez from landing those solid shots. Don't allow that to happen. Sir Ken, let that chump sit facing the corner. Yeah, man. Every now and then the trolls, just like the cicadas, they have the cicadas that's coming out of the ground they've been in the ground for 17 years. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, they've been in the ground for a long time, people. A long fucking time. These cicadas been in the ground just growing and growing. And I'm like, damn, why didn't anybody motherfucking put some down pesticide down that motherfucker? They telling us down here we about to witness the swarm of the cicadas, y'all. Them motherfuckers gonna be everywhere. They say them joints are gonna be coming out of the ground and swarming. And I thought to myself, I say, how can I prevent this from affecting me? What can I do to eradicate that E word, that eradicate what can I do to eradicate? First thing I thought was go pull out the flamethrower. Let's have some barbecue. And then I said to myself, how many of these joints? How many of them? Because I don't want them to see their friends getting scorched up. And then they say, okay, we found our target, and they all land on my house and start getting inside and attacking and turn into a horror movie. I'm not trying to do that. I can't put them up on the optic and goddamn shoot them out the motherfucking sky. I can't do that. It's too many of them. But they are coming out of the ground, man, after 17 years. I can't imagine what damage they're going to do. But anyway, moving back to boxing, though. I apologize. I'm kind of fighting off allergies too. Hold on for a second. Let me get something right quick. Man, them allergies are super duper bad, people. Man, them motherfuckers are bad, shawty. Appreciate y'all for staying in. Just trying to take care of some shit. Motherfucking allergies up here with motherfucking brown and black belts on, kicking the motherfucking head. Shit. I'm like, damn. Show some mercy. They talking about fight. You are here. Fight. I'm like, damn. Let me get back to this shit. He said them cicadas about to go off. I seen it happen once when I was a kid. It was like a sea of them in some place. Man, I hope them joints, man, on good behavior. God damn it. I'm gonna try to call their ass to attention. I'm gonna put on my motherfucking old military uniform and say, listen, motherfuckers. Y'all hoes been in the ground for all this time fucking off. It's a lot done changed from 17 years. We don't need you motherfuckers coming up here in a pandemic and getting stuck in our masks and causing people to fucking run out in the traffic and getting hit by a car. Because them cicadas are not the smallest bugs that you're going to see. They will scare some people to death. So much they'll run out to the street in traffic and be like, shit, I didn't even see that coming. Yeah. The motherfuckers are not the smallest type of insect that you will see. But anyway, they on their way. That's what it is. And they coming out the ground in the masses. And we'll see how that plays out on TV. If I'm able to see a swarm close by here, I'm definitely gonna try to get it on film. But it's not even related to boxing. But I'll move on. He said a shot of whiskey is good for allergies. Grandpa cough syrup. A shot of whiskey for sure. For sure. Shot of whiskey. I don't know. I ain't never heard no shit like that. I just don't drink whiskey like that. God damn. I need some though. Woo. This mother said we was kung fu fighting. We were kung fu fighting. King Mitch salute sometimes just wonder why they didn't listen when their parents was trying to raise them right. Damn. Shit. Ooh. I don't know what's going on, man. This pollen count down here is crazy. But that's what's going on. Let me read some snippets from the article dealing with now the fight is going to be the Canelo and Saunders fight will be taking place on Saturday at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Hearn stated that the whole issue about the ring size was a communication problem. Of course it was. Come on, Eddie. Man, we know that shit. He thought that Team Saunders wanted a 20-foot ring, so he initially had Canelo agree to that. When Hearns found out that Saunders wanted a 22-foot ring, he was hesitant to speak with Canelo, who was 55, 1-2, 37 knockouts, a second time about it. Sure, Eddie. But when Saunders balked at participating in the media events this week and was talking about flying home, Hearns had no choice but to speak to Canelo. That's what I'm talking about, Saunders. Forced their hand, man. Hearns was surprised when Canelo immediately told him, fine, go ahead with the 22-foot ring. I'm pretty sure Canelo did not in no way, shape, or form calmly react to that like that, react to the response like that. It's no way. If Canelo had said no, Hearns said he had John Ryder and Carlos Gongora as backups in case Saunders carried out the threat of flying home without fighting. So he had backup fighters. That is good. This is Billy Joe had to say. I guess Billy Joe, all of the fights with us have been in 22-foot ring, said Hearn to behind the glove. When I got there, I was told that he wanted a 20-foot inside the ropes. I don't believe wholeheartedly, but I'm going to let it ride. I cleared that with Canelo, and he said no problem. But when Saunders said, I want 22 foot, it was backwards and forwards with it. And I didn't want to go back to Canelo, okay? Eventually, I said no choice. Eventually, I had no choice. I don't want to play a game of bluff. But Billy was saying, I'm going home. I'm not fighting. I actually believed him because he's that crazy. So Saunders wouldn't do anything with the media. And he wouldn't do anything today. He probably wouldn't have done the press conference. So I had to go to Saul and say, we got a problem here. This guy wants. And before I could even finish it, since he went, no problem. I went, blimmy. All that drama, he said, fine. What negotiation? What when they said what was negotiated when they first got he was Team Saunders asked me for a 20-foot ring, and I cleared that with Saul. So I did really want to go back to him and gave him Canelo gave an interview yesterday where he said, I don't care about the ring. Honestly, I had to see him and say, hey, what? I don't care about the ring. Honestly, I had to go see him and say, he's Saunders saying he's going home. So he can either play a game of bluff and run it to the wire or do it. Or do you care? He said, no, I don't care. And that was it, said Hearns. So now Billy Joe Saunders is going to do media day today. And we're finally going to get the face off between those two, Hearns said. I had John Ryder and Carlos Congo here because it's a massive event. So they was able to they was able to complete the face off. And I apologize for the pauses in there. I did complete high school and also college. But due to the circadia rising and the pollen and the overcast of just straight up hellfire and brimstone with these motherfucking allergies, I have no idea where is the panacea. No lie, I'm not saying turn the bottle up, but a shot will knock them symptoms right out. Okay, all right, for sure. Okay, we about to find out. We're about to find out. Hold on, we're about to find out. Yeah, I'm back, people. Goddamn, Andrew got me on old home remedies and shit. Oh my god, nigga. Nigga trying to set me up for the okie doke. Nigga, go ahead, get that whiskey, nigga. That's good. Motherfucker be in the ER in 30 minutes. Whiskey did take care of a lot of stuff in the day. I'm not gonna lie. When they was removing metal from you, like you've been shot or something, they'll put whiskey in that motherfucker. And they might even heat it up. They might even heat up the whiskey for you. Hearns had on his running shoes. He wasn't taking the elevator. He was taking the steps to get that issue ironed out. Hell yeah. They need this fight. They need this fight, man. And they needed the two people to be Canelo Alvarez. Alvarez and Saunders. Forget all that backup shit. And I think team Canelo knew the magnitude of him fighting for the belt to further, condense championship um his championship stopping points, because it's just another stopping point for him in WBO. His final one is going to be IBF, so it just really limits and downsizes the avenues he had to take on where he's going to unify the super middleweight division. So I don't think he's gonna pretty much stop Billy Joe Saunders. I think it's gonna be a very good fight. I'm curious to see how Billy Joe BJS handles those body shots. I'm really curious to see a lot of things happen only if Saunders can make Canelo uncomfortable. I really want to see if he can do that. Are you crafty enough to land offense that's going to make Canelo Alvarez think a little bit? Think twice about some of the shit he wants to do that he may get away with somebody else. That's what I want to see Saunders do. Can he make adjustments and changes? Can he execute a plan that will have people shaking their head like, damn, Billy Joe Saunders look good in there, just like they were saying about Chris Arreola. Damn. Let me get my glasses. Hold on for a second. Hold on, work with me. No surrender, no retreat, motherfucker. I'm trying to goddamn battle these motherfuckers. And so, Kenny say street fight is the only thing. No, I think he has a pretty good chance early on in the fight, to be honest with you. I bet on I'm on odd bets a fight like this. This will be a fight I will bet. See if Billy Joe Saunders go the distance. Will he win 5 rounds out of the fight? I bet shit like that. I usually bet on decision or knockout. I just wanted to see something challenge Canelo a little bit. I don't really follow Billy Joe. Really follow Billy, but he's on deck. Pete Davenport in the building. What's good? You know what I do? What I would wish that I would like to happen, people. Sorry, my damn sound is killing me. You know what I like? For Floyd and Canelo to fight one last time. Do you think that fight can generate? Canelo Alvarez right now fighting Floyd Mayweather. Do you think Floyd can earn no less than 150 million? Because to be honest, that's the fight everybody wants to see. So if he's able to go get the belt from Caleb Plant, Floyd's 43 years old, returned in 2022 for one of the biggest boxing matches of this time. Canelo Alvarez challenged Floyd Mayweather. Another boxer I would like, it's not in the weight class. I would like to see Jamar Charlo challenge Canelo and David Benavidez, because I believe he has, even though he went out with 2 strikes, I believe he has the credential and the achievements for him to get one more token into the front door to get that WBC belt. He has one more token. Losing them by weight and losing them for drugs. That's 2 strikes. I think he should get one more token. Real talk. That's going to be the fight of all fights right there, in my opinion. I'm talking about, Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez. I don't see that happening anytime soon. But if Floyd really wanted to cash out, Floyd can do it by coming back fighting Canelo. But deep down, I don't know what he's thinking. Deep down inside, I truly believe it may be a more difficult fight than he can get through with his just skill alone. And Floyd doesn't want to get stopped. If he's going to take a first L, he'll rather take a first L on the scorecards. Floyd don't want to get stopped. He doesn't want that on his record. He doesn't want the momentum to be. See, the one thing about it right now, Floyd's momentum will always cast a shadow or a cloud over Canelo Alvarez because he has that one win. But if Floyd comes back, loses via stoppage, Canelo has all the bragging rights in the world. You ain't gonna be able to tell that man shit. Y'all know I ain't bullshitting. I'll say Floyd for sure will clear 150 million in the scenario. He get paid. He would get absolutely paid. But I seriously, deep down inside, Floyd wouldn't consider that fight, because if he stopped, it's all bad for him. And knowing Canelo, man, he definitely will come out the gate trying to decapitate Floyd. Canelo's gonna come in there like Leonidas leading Sparta to combat. Motherfucker gonna come in there searching for heads on the mantle, period. Canelo said to Maul Charlo, he said it's tough for him to make 160 right now, but maybe in the future. Okay. What weight would Mayweather versus Canelo fight be these days? Now, yeah, Mitch. A no and a yeah to that. Floyd gonna have to come up to 160, shout. That, I mean, Floyd, whether he gonna think he gonna come in the A side on that night, they're gonna have an A plus A side, a play A plus A plus A side. It's no way Floyd is gonna fight. I would be remiss, to say he's gonna fight at 168. He's even about to face Logan Paul at 160. And Logan Paul has to be at 190. So to have Canelo come down past a 160, man, he'll have to be getting 200 million out of the fight. 2 million easy. You want me to drain myself so I can be competitive for Floyd? You want me to do all that shit? Pay me 200 million. Now, that'd be impossible, but I'm just saying. Hold the fight in the right place with the live gate and the PPV. Or we can rank some numbers now. We can rack some numbers in. If Floyd comes back, he might as well beat Pac-Man again. I don't know, Mitch. I've been irritated with Pac-Man lately. Being he went in recess and didn't do shit with his title. I've been like, man, go ahead. Suit up and go to work. You're a politician, right? Go to work, Senator. That's all we're saying over here. Plus, I believe Canelo has carried that one loss all these years. He has. But the only way he can redeem himself, is to get a win over Floyd Mayweather. Not only get a win, but stop him. You know what these brown boxing fans would be saying then? Oh my God. Woo, they be loving life, boy. Call up the mariachi. Canelo has did it. This was the single most blemish on his record. Ain't winning that defeated Floyd Money Mayweather. I would say Floyd don't do it. If you're gonna come back to fight somebody like fight somebody like Tommy the Hitman Hearns or something. Fight someone where you split the ropes and you know damn well that you have a chance, people. Pete Davenport says, I watch the video in the morning. Good brother. I have to be up at 6 a.m. Man, go get that work in there, Pete. Appreciate you stopping through. Everybody give Pete a salute. Appreciate the super chat. Always, forever. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Ken say they would have a 1,000,000-man march up in this bitch, man. I agree, man. It would be something different about the structure. 1,000,000-man march, they have protests, all that shit popping. You know, they would have a 1,000,000-man march up in this bitch. Floyd has a pack at the Philippines. Would be wild. Pack with the belt. Might as well move on to a big fight and do exhibitions. I'm pretty sure Floyd is going to do some exhibitions, man. But just like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones did, is it potentially possible that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao can fight on Triller for an exhibition? Is it possible? Eight rounds, 2 minutes apiece. That's an exhibition bout. I guess not. Man, Floyd versus 3. Hey, oh, okay. Man, Floyd versus a super active Canelo at 43 years old. In the vengeance he never fought at. Might be another Ray Leonard versus Camacho. Yeah, it would have to be planned out accordingly, man. I know Floyd is not going to go anywhere below 160 to fight a bigger Canelo Alvarez. And I don't think Floyd will even step out past 160. Somehow, some way, they're going to have to finagle themselves doing table talks and say, hey, Canelo, you need to come back down to 160, man. But what will Floyd be fighting for? Canelo has no belt at 160. So what would they be fighting for? A catch weight? They're gonna pull off a freaking Sugar Ray Leonard and Donnie Lennon. They're gonna fight a catch weight for the belts. That'll be weird. That'd be super weird. He said, man, that was a tough fight. She might be true. Shit might be true. Pete, I don't know, man. I don't think it's all about giving them the money. I don't know, man. There's been some individuals that signed with certain people that's been over the Triller already. If I ain't never told you, there's been some people that signed elsewhere that's been over in Triller already. That's seriousness. That's true words, people. They signed the other promotion and they was fighting on Triller. Yep. Wrench game in the building. Man, make sure y'all use them wrenches when you have fools in here. Coming here talking that dumb shit. Tell me what you thought about what Charlo said. Charlo said that Canelo was the best fighter in the world. Somebody explain to me, what was he supposed to say? Is Canelo the best fighter in the world right now? Is it a fighter that's out there that has experience, the finesse, and ring generalship to defeat the Canelo Alvarez? If he is out there, what weight class is he in? Because Mel Charlo said that Canelo Alvarez is the best, period. So when he's saying he's the best, what about all them other people he that's in boxing with him? He don't think his brother's the best? Hell yeah, hell no, he ain't gonna think he's the best. What about Errol Spence? No, he ain't gonna say he's the best. You know why? Because the Errol Spence is not shifting and taking risks and going to other divisions to fight like Canelo. They're not taking no risks outside the division. That's like a norm now. Errol Spence needs to be doing what Gervonta Davis is doing. It's clear, concise, and straight to the point. He needs to do what Gervonta Davis is doing. Moving from division to division. Tell me if I'm wrong. That's what he needs to be doing. The fog is clearing up slowly but surely, y'all. God damn. My next big question is, I want to know what y'all think about. I want to get your feedback, your reaction to what Sean Porter said about the WBO. Now, I do believe at one point in time, Austin Trout was suing the WBO for similar actions from releasing him from the rankings, and pretty much saying that if he would have been in the rankings, he would have been a part of some pretty decent fights that would have earned him this amount of revenue. Now we come full circle. Sean Porter has been shifted in the rankings, and Virgil Ortiz has been inserted in the slot. So Sean Porter was like, how does that happen? The whole point of why it goes down so frequently with people being shifted around. He has to understand why that's the case. But listen, they trying to move Virgil Ortiz in your slot to face Terrence Crawford. What you gonna do about that, Shawty? Will there be a Terrence Crawford, Virgil Ortiz? And a stupid question: do you want to see Virgil Ortiz, Terrence Crawford, rather than Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford? A for Crawford Porter, and B for Crawford Ortiz. He said, can put it past Suleiman thirsty ass to reinstate Canelo as a franchise at 160 just for Floyd fight. Hey, dog, now you're talking. Now you're talking. I'm here to address something new and evolutionary. Canelo Alvarez was indeed the former, but he really didn't lose the title, the franchise champion. So today, I am re-elevating him. You would absolutely give him that franchise belt. It ain't nothing but a phone call. I saw that Mel Charlo said he got respect for Canelo. Canelo on the top of the game right now. She had the ring with Floyd, beat Mosley, Cotto, Triple G. She had the ring with Floyd, beat Mosley, Cotto, Triple G, Kovalev, and getting major money. Are you talking about Canelo? I thought she was switching lanes right there on Floyd. But yeah, he's been in there with all them guys. Resume speaks volumes. Crawford versus Porter, absolutely. You know what it is. All of us want to see Crawford Porter. That's it. We don't want to see Virgil Ortiz go in there and get knocked out. I don't think Virgil Ortiz is ready for Crawford yet. L-Dub in the building. Salute to you, my brother. That's good. I'm just fighting off some seasonal attacks, so to speak. Damn. Again, say smash the like button. I appreciate you. What's new and upcoming there, L-Dub? That's piquing your interest. I agree with Porter on the issue. How can Ortiz jump Porter by beating Vargas? And Mo Hooker. Shit is laughable. I'm trying to find out where was Mo Hooker ranked all of a sudden. How many fights have he had at welterweight all of a sudden? That's my point of reference. Like, you all are awarding these fighters for defeating a body. I know Mo Hooker has a name, but he was a body. You're the awarding certain fighters and certain fighters only to be able to go in here and achieve this small badge, but yet you put it up on the chest plate like that motherfucker is a brown star, like it's a combat damn star and shit. That shit doesn't go up there. That's why you have negotiation. I think negotiation gonna go well for that one. We'll see what Sean Porter has to say about it. I'm like, shit. If you're gonna put Virgil Ortiz in front of Sean Porter, at least have him fight Sean Porter. Hey, put Virgil Ortiz and Sean Porter. You beat Sean Porter, dog. Hey, you in there. Nobody have any complaints. Go fight who the fuck you want on the championship level 147. Go ahead. Go ahead and defeat Sean Porter. Interesting in Tank Barrios on the card. I'm hearing Easter will be on that card. Listen, shout out to Bunny. Every time I see this kid, man, you know, he's down to earth, cool cat. That video he just put out about his PPP loan, that shit was hilarious. They basically TikToked off R. Kelly and shit. When he got up, he had money all out his waist. That shit was funny as fuck. Damn. That shit was hilarious, man. But if indeed Robert East is on the undercard, man, I'm not really worried about who he can be on the undercard with. Against Ryan Martin, man, he looked great. He brawled for like 2 rounds and then went back to the match. He was lighting that stick up. He made easy work of him. That was Mo Hooker first fight as a true 47. The first before that was a catch weight. I thought, yeah, I think that was a first fight with Mo Hooker too at 47, a true 47. Make no mistake about it, you know. Virgil Ortiz totally understands Crawford isn't Mo Hooker in no way, shape, or form. And he's going to find that out. It'll be good, though. It'll be good. I would definitely want that fight. But Ortiz jumping the line and getting a hold of Crawford, throw him in there. But, you know, I'd rather see, along with many other people, I want to see Sean Porter go in there against Crawford. Not just because it's an Errol Spence common opponent, just because as much of a sequence that we can connect the dots 3 times over, lost to Kell Brook, Thurman, and Errol Spence, all champions, right? So it comes to a point, yeah, he's probably saying, I have value on my Wall Street of boxing, and you know, you respect me as such. You ain't respecting me as such. So he feels some type of way about it. I was trying to tell Sean Porter, right, on the DM. I dropped him a DM. I said, bro, just invite me on so I can tie your knots a little bit smaller, bro. This is what I do. Let me tie those knots. Your motherfucking knot the size of a fist, dog. And I know you having problems breathing when you commentating. Let me tie you a nice, firm knot. You be straight. And just keep up with it. Just learn how to tie yourself. Did you be coming here with these motherfucking, the size of these knots, man, be looking like bean bags. You know what I'm saying? That should be looking like the size of a pair of socks. It's shit like a fold-up handkerchief on your neck. I mean, damn. I want to see that Isaac Cruz kid, 135 again. Here, Isaac Cruz is a guy that he reminds me of a pit bull in a stable that I used to see growing up. Because down here in the South, they used to fight pit bulls all the time. And they still do. It's just more secluded now and more organized. But they used to fight all the time down here. And Isaac Cruz just reminds me, if we talk about the same guy, like a pit bull on smelling salt. That pit bulls be coming out there out the trailer, crazy as fuck, like they on that gunpowder or something like that. You know, pit bull fighting down here. It wasn't nothing for me to walk home from high school and see neighbors with at least 4 or 5 pit bulls they used to breed back in their backyard. That was easy work. But that Isaac Cruz kid, he's very, look, he fought the same way the entire fight and they had success with it. He did. He had success to it. That guy's entertaining to watch. I like him. I like that kid, man. The way he went in there and destroyed Diego Magdaleno, if that's who you're talking about, shit, he destroyed Diego Magdaleno. He froze him up in the corner, man. Diego was like, nah. Your punches make me say, nah. Your punches say, call 911. I'm bleeding from my organs. And I don't want none. Shit, that motherfucker was hurting. But his last fight, he did well. Keep your eyes out for this dude, Isaac Cruz. Keep your eyes out. Ortiz should know that he is the number 1 or number 2 contender, depending on which one you like the most. He was supposed to call the top guys out after a win, but he didn't mean it. But he called them out. He just did his Ryan Lion Garcia-itis campaign. You know? We really don't know truly what Ryan Garcia has going on. We just know he's taking up space. And he said before that, you know, he was going to fight Javante and Pac-Man. And then now all of a sudden, he's on vacation, chilling in the sky, not worried about nothing. I don't know. It's a little funny. He must be waiting for some easier fights to come into play, because I really don't know what Ryan Lyon got popping. Anyway, I got to get up off him because I start putting up his thumbnails. Ortiz, how that is to number 1 and 2 contender, depending on when the night he was supposed to. Okay, Sean Porter had someone's grandma rug on at the Ruiz fight. You know, see, he was trying to represent, you know, he was trying to represent what it meant. He was trying to represent Latinos. You know, he was trying to give them as much love as possible. But goddamn it, his freaking his dresser. They be fucking Sean over big time. They be letting Sean come out there with a motherfucking a queen size bed blanket on. As long as it had the colors that it needed today, he was gonna wear that shit. I just want to tie his tie. You know what I'm saying? I can tie a knot. A Windsor much smaller than that. Why is your ties the size of kneecaps. That's all. Why are your thighs the size of kneecap? I see your thighs and automatically I just want to take out a tape measure. I want to take out a ruler. I want to take out all the tools that require me to use measurements. And then I want to get on my phone and call a therapist and say, hey, is there any way you got time to fit Showtime in today? I just want him to explain to you, and of course it's going to be in confidence, as to why he's infatuated with wearing loud colors and kneecap knots. I just want him to explain that to y'all. Kneecap knots. Sean Porter had someone grandma rug on Ruiz Arreola fight, and not too many people was even talking about it. They just say, oh man, he's showing support, he's there, he's working and all this. But god damn it, if you're gonna support the Mexican heritage or Latino heritage or what have you, you need to make sure your gear is on point. Don't go out there making the brothers, you already done set the brothers back so many years wearing that bright ass green suit. I'm just keeping it real. Man, I was gonna stay on here a little bit later, man, and talk about some shit, but I'm trying to fight through these motherfucking allergies. These niggas be tripping. I'm about to goddamn call the squad up on these motherfuckers, dog. I'm about to call the squad up on these niggas. Vasyl Lomachenko will face Masayoshi Nakatani. And just in case you want to know about the Felix Verdejo situation, Top Rank is leaving him signed. Felix Verdejo is going to remain signed to Top Rank as we know it. But they will remove certain promo of Felix Verdejo. So they're not jumping the gun. They're going to say, okay, we're going to leave him signed to Top Rank until his court date come out. And that's fair. That's fair. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's fair. So that's the latest on that. Lomachenko Nakatani be fighting June 26th. What else did I find out about that South Beach card? Floyd Mayweather, he's definitely going to try to build a card that's worth coming to. I don't know if he'll be able to compete with Triller, but he's going to try his best. It's just when I hear the Charlo brothers, I just can't think about just one Charlo, and that's Jamel Charlo fighting, Brian Castano. That's the only thing I'm interested in. That's it. What did y'all think about Chris Eubanks? Chris Eubanks, give it up for him. He defeated David Morrell. Hey, give it up for Chris Eubanks, man. He went there and boxed and showcased a lot of shit, man. He's talented when he chooses to be talented. You know what I'm saying? Respect him for that. No doubt, respect him for that. I'm going to get y'all input on a video that's off topic to boxing. Why? Because, I want to try to switch this shit up a little bit. Absolutely. Hey, let me ask y'all this question. What do y'all think about OnlyFans for boxers? What's your take on that? The amount of money boxers don't get paid when it comes down to it, right? Do you believe, male or female, do you believe that it's wrong for them to create OnlyFans and find a different process of living? Is it bad for boxers, female or male, to create their only fan page? Is it wrong? What do you feel? In this society and era where we have social media that's so fluent, you know what I'm saying? It reaches out to so many areas of other social media platforms. Creating a OnlyFans, do you find it wrong? Because we're not talking about like boxing has this extreme, oh, what you put it, this thing face of boxing when it comes to morals and principles. They don't look at the integrity aspect of it and say, oh, this sport is just within all the guidelines. That's not what you get. But what do you think? Should male or female start their OnlyFans? Because that's what's going on. You're just not hearing it. There's a lot of female athletes out here start OnlyFans. There's a lot of dudes starting OnlyFans, man. Can't seem to find it. Mm. Damn. Can't seem to find it, y'all. Man, these boxes, let me see. I'll be there for the Hannah Gabriel OnlyFans account. Dana, Deion Washington tripping. Nobody said anything about Hannah Gabriel. Hey, look, listen, I would have told you the same thing, Deion. I would say, hey, by the way, the Hannah Gabriel, that shit off limits. I'm already there. I already done paid goddamn annual membership. I'm there. But her husband ain't gonna let her do that shit, even though it'd be good money, especially for her. Especially for her. I would just say, hey, do you mind me being your photographer? Put some pictures out there or whatever. Believe me, that's something I'm trying to get into. Yes, AB is going to fight on Mayweather's card for what I'm understanding, what I'm hearing. That is absolutely right. That is absolutely right. Not much empathy for Porter, though. He's been a bit hesitant to say the least when it comes to Crawford fight. Yeah, he don't want to pick up that fourth loss against a champion. A fourth loss against another champion. J8 believe Nakatani is going to sleep Lomachenko. Damn. Which y'all bet, like I don't usually bet on fights that's at the bookie and all that. I think I know the right people to bet a high stake if I needed to. That's how we bet. We bet on crazy shit. We bet on crazy shit. I'm undefeated right now on this damn YouTube with betting. They know who they are. I don't have to mention your name. I know they was hurt, some fierce, man. They was feeling some type of way. Virgil Ortiz is willing to step up. That's cool. Crawford's gonna stop his little ass though. I'm putting it out there now. I'm putting it out there now. I'm betting Virgil Ortiz do not go the distance against Crawford. Anybody want to take me up on that bet? That's fine. You can do that. You can do that. I don't usually put my shit out, like that. The stuff I do behind the scenes that people that's willing to do it and they have the money to do it, first of all. But yeah, if you want to do that, that's cool. Man, that's their life. I don't give a fuck. Leon said, by Hannah Gabriel. Mitch, I heard Ocho Cinco fighting on floor. Yes, I did hear Ocho Cinco will be somehow, some way lacing up the gloves to fight. Now, it better not be Nate fucking Robinson. I'll tell you that much. It better not be motherfucking Mean Joe Green either. I better not see Fran Tarkenton out that bitch. Needs to say, I don't want to see goddamn, what was his name? Dan Marino. I don't see none of that shit out there. Man, these boxers underpaid and lumped out. Like Mike Tyson said, the least I could do is get. Man, I ain't giving shit up for you, Banks. I know, man, he ain't the nicest dude. I ain't gonna lie. I experienced that shit firsthand. That dude ratted me out. But hey, it's a protocol of the gym. I ain't crying. I like to see what a few of these female fighters are working with. Yeah, I would, man. It's some female fighters, man. From what they get paid in boxing, they should be taking advantage like Paige Van Zandt. Paige Van Zandt just went over there. She's a former UFC girl, went over to bare knuckle, was paid close to $500,000. She lost, and she went right back to doing what she was doing, much richer. Real talk. Now they bringing Rachel Ostovich over there, another pretty face, and she's gonna go in there and get her ass beat too. But she's a nice looking chick, though. I'm not gonna lie, she's a nice looking chick. Look up Rachel Ostovich. Now that's the only fan you want to be a part of, boy. God damn. Chad should fight Brandon Marshall. Yes, a lot of people should fight if they're willing to fight, though. I think with Chad Ocho Cinco, he's gonna have to fight somebody that allows him to shine. You know what I'm saying? He can't fight nobody that's gonna make him look stupid, because that's just how he is. This dude might even pull off an Ivan Red catch and shit. Act like he got hit in the balls and roll around and shit. Act like he can't continue. Yeah. Ocho Cinco might do that shit. Is Ocho Cinco about to get knocked out? I don't know, man. I heard he's a pretty damn good athlete. And I heard his hands are pretty good. But God damn it, they better not announce Ocho Cinco versus Nate Robinson. I'm going to say boxing, fuck you. I'm done. I'm not turning into this shit for a while. I'm just going to lay back, take a chill, and then I'm going to come back several days later, for a refresh. Because right now, you're not doing what you're supposed to. He said, "Who the fuck is Mean Joe Green? Stop acting like you're a young nigga on the goddamn on the move and shit. Like you don't know who Mean Joe Green is, man. Stop playing. Stop playing, man. Y'all better give Mean Joe Green his respect." But when it comes to Sean Porter, we have to go to much smaller size fighters. I know he played football too. But you have to go to a much smaller size fighter, you know what I'm saying, to accommodate him. Even though, Sean Porter fought a heavyweight class in the amateurs, like 168, didn't he? I mean, just think about it. He's fighting 147 his career, and he's fought in the amateurs up to 160, 168. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That is insane, dog. Oh, man, my God, that shit's insane, bro. Any other word on your boy Felix Verdejo? A lot of people holding on that this is indeed not true. I hear a lot of people on Facebook saying, we're just gonna wait for them the verdict. We don't believe it's true. He don't look like he'll do that. I tend to, look at it, he hadn't accomplished. Was accomplished the one that knows everything about the bricks and the wire and the syringe. was it his accomplice, not Felix Verdejo? Because if the accomplice is the one that snitches first, then of course that's the story they're going with. We have to wait and see. Yeah, we have to wait and see on that. Mad Chad headbutted that bitch. Yeah, man. What was her name? Eva. What was her name? It wasn't Evelyn. Eva Mendez. I think she was a fighter too, man. Real talk. I think she's a fighter. Chad headbutted the shit out of her. And then told that bitch, never mind. He headbutted the shit out of her. Never mind. He was on the hot seat for a while, man. They went at Chad. They went at Ocho really bad for hitting that headbutting her like that. That was just real bad, Chad. That wasn't a good look, bro. Lamar Odom lose to Aaron Carter. I'm fucking done. Now, look, if Aaron Carter is fighting Lamar Odom, and Lamar Odom doesn't just step back and uppercut this motherfucker, because come on, man. You're an athlete, bro. Don't let another damn professional basketball player come in here and get stopped by a guy who shouldn't even be in the ring with you in the first place. But he can, because you and him are both deficient in boxing skills. You're tyros. So therefore, it's fairly easy, decent, right? Yes, sir. Let's see. What I want to tell y'all about. Y'all fighters is out there, man. Y'all better hurry up and try to get on Triller while the shit is cooking and get that money. Get on Triller, try to get on Triller and get that money, man. What was it? What was I about to ask? Was something about what Floyd said? Was it something about what Floyd said in his interview? Floyd said he owns 9 skyscrapers in NYC. 9. He owns 9 skyscrapers. What did Floyd say? He said something. Damn. I'm not even gonna ask a question anymore about how y'all feel about him fighting Logan Paul, because Floyd feels good. Floyd feels he's gonna make over 100 million. He said, "I'm gonna get my money up front." I heard the witness was his wife. Either way, that wasn't no fucking witness. It was an accomplished partner in crime, man. Damn. Sean Wade 175 right now. Lamar Odom is like well over 200 some pounds, man. What are they talking about? Sean Wade is 175 right now. I heard the witness was a wife. Chad is one of them dudes. He rather quit or get disqualified. Possibly. Well, I heard he had pretty good hands though. I heard, it wasn't too many people in the NFL that would fuck with him with his hands. You know how that goes. A skyscraper costs a whole lot of money than $1 billion. But I'm sure he got insane NY properties. He says he owns 9 skyscrapers. Did he say towers, high rises? See, Floyd will take just a tall building and call it a skyscraper. You feel me? But Floyd's whole point is always insert the fact that it's his investments and he's making money off of them, and he pretends to want to portray himself as, yeah, I have all the knowledge that you want to build up your own empire, but I have to have a finder's fee. So if I turn you onto this property for you to make money, I need about 60% of that. I mean, that seems like what Floyd is up to. Seriously. Yes, sir. That's Floyd. But I wanted to ask you, what was the shit? What was up? What was up? What was it, Floyd? What was it? She said, I'm pregnant. I'm keeping it. And Felix lost it. Well, I'm hearing a lot more to that shit now. I'm hearing that they've been known she was pregnant. And the girl, indeed, yeah, she wanted to keep it. But also, it was floating around town anyway. Like the news had already spread that this chick was out here. And supposedly, the baby was Felix Verdejo. But what if he comes up out of here and posts bail? What if his accomplice was the one that did it and not him? I mean, what if he gets off, man, and comes back to boxing? I'm like, God damn. Yeah, I have to apologize for that shit because I held him to the motherfucking the fire, the cross, and burned him up. I say, yeah, man, just a baby, but a female, to do that to her, a female that you've known since youth, to torture her the way you did, inject her with some shit, bound her, toss her into the lagoon, and then shoot her. To see if everything's cool, like she can't wake up, she can't do shit. I mean, let me see. I was looking up something. They've been building a lot of new high rises in NY recently. He could very well be an investor in some of them. I agree, but Floyd, we understand he can make money, but I'm just trying to find out who's making money around him though, outside of the boxing ring. Are we going to see some other names of fighters in his stable on those high rises, or have some contribution to a business plan so they can earn a residual income as boxers while they're still fighting? That's my plan. And that's what I want boxers to do. I see that as being extremely smart. He need them Ray Lewis lawyers. You ain't never lied, right? He need them Snoop Dogg lawyers too. Why you bullshitting? He need them goddamn Ray Lewis attorneys. What's another person that got off? What's another person that got off? I don't want to say OJ because OJ went back. He did his time, so I'm gonna leave OJ out of this. He deserves his freedom. But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Floyd said, I took them 7 figures to invest. Then I took them 8 figures. Gilly fell on the floor. I like what Gilly and $1 million worth of game. I like what they're doing over there. They pretty much, like a lot of people, enhance their podcast, their set, and everything else, the equipment. and they can talk. I'm glad they have a podcast now. Real talk. I'm glad. But, you know, everybody based off numbers. They want to see all these fluttering numbers, and they just don't know that shit is fake. Because if you had that many people on your shit donating to you a day, you'd be rich. You have 50,000 subscribers. They donate $1 a day. Come on, man. A day, $1, 50,000 subscribers. Come on. Man, that'd be crazy. He said Phyllis Carruth cannot 69 his way out of this one. Damn, this mug is back on Carruth. Mitch is showing no mercy on Carruth, man. I'm trying to find out. Hold on for a second. Hold on. What about that Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez? Y'all ain't talking too much about that, but it's out there. They about to unify for undisputed. They'll be the first 4-belt undisputed real soon. You know, when it comes down to 2021. Man, we have a lot of boxing matches that's coming out. That's coming up really, really soon. Keep your eyes peeled. And I also want you to pay attention. I'm definitely going to be placing video footage on the other side. You know, some video edits that I do. Putting some content together. I have so much content on my hard drive that I need to start creating videos for some of them and putting them out there. It's just time consuming, and then, you know, never before seen pictures of when I was in Vegas and shit, and there's a lot of stuff that's just going on with boxing right now. Trying to stay on tap with, you know, here in Madison Square Garden, New York City, or whatever, on the Barclays, the NYC is opening up on the 21st. That's going to be grand. I mean, that's going to be stupid. You know, you just have to pick and choose what you want to do your fights at. Real talk. You have to pick and choose. Seriously. Said Taylor's going to fuck him up. Wow. You know, I'm curious to know if Taylor fuck him up, who's going to be next for Taylor. He need no Snoop Dogg lawyers and Snoop Dogg jurors. I heard those jurors was rapping about Death Row Party after Snoop got acquitted. Man, I'm just glad to see Snoop out doing his thing. But he did put out a recent tweet. No, he was on IG. He said that he's being tested. Pray for them. He's being tested. So I don't know what that was about, but he did take the IG and let his fans know that is what's going on with him. And in the meanwhile, man, y'all stay tuned, man. Billy Joe Saunders, you know, told Canelo to his face he liked the beef or whatever. And that's what it is. But I do have Canelo Alvarez probably winning via UD. You know, I don't see it any closer than that. Winning via UD. You know what I'm saying? But y'all hold it down, man. I'll be back on here. I have to go defend against these allergies for real. I have to. Salute to each and every one of you. Appreciate you. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor. the doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters, so now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hurt me, I'ma push back, just wait and you'll see. Please excuse me, your honor, but you can't hold me no longer. Can't you feel the vibrations? I broke out and left traces. Go ahead, try to catch me if you can, man. You'll be looking all night, I'm the Sandman. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom, boom, boom. Major look.